The second round of the Big Ten tournament was not kind to the IU men's basketball team, dropping to the Oregon Ducks 72-59, and really an uninspiring performance in a spot that was a huge opportunity for this IU basketball team. Trying to bolster that NCAA tournament resume, they came into the day firmly on the bubble, trying to make their case why they should be one of the 64 teams in the NCAA tournament. Losing to the Oregon Ducks in the second round of the Big Ten tournament, not going to go a long way for you. However, after the game, after the loss, a 13-point loss at that, caught up with head coach Mike Woodson and these IU basketball players who feel like they have done enough and they should be in the field of 68 coming up this March. Take a listen to what they had to say.
I would just say just not executing. There's a lot of times where, even today, there's just some missed execution opportunities that we had. So I just got to be able to clean up on that, and that's the biggest thing.
Malik?
Yeah, I think when we go in our little scoring droughts, it's definitely just execution. We got to go out there and execute the play at a high level, and we failed to do that in a couple of stands, and they got steals, blocks, etc., and then just they came down court and was able to execute on their side. So we got to be able to execute and then defend on our side too.
Right here, Tom.
Tom Bruce, Sports Illustrated, Indiana. Trey, you guys just had the 59 points tonight too, and Oregon guys went in here and mentioned that just having played you guys last week, that defensive preparation for them, they felt like they had a good handle on what you were doing. Were you guys finding looks hard to come by? Shot only 36% from the field.
Malik, we'll start with you.
I don't think it was just because we were getting open shots. I mean, we had plays at the basket. We missed a couple bunnies, so I don't think it was just not having the shot. I mean, we just got to be able to have confidence and know we're going to put the ball in the rim every time we shoot the ball. So I think that was the case on them.
Trey?
Yeah, I think just, they're a good defensive team, but I think, like I said, just being able to finish around the rim, we had a lot of open, easy looks that we normally make, and we didn't. And then, 50% from the free throw line, we didn't shoot the free throw well, or same thing from three. So it's just being able to make shots and, like you said, shoot them with confidence.
Right here in the front.
Zach Browning, the Hoosier.com. Trey, it seemed like a lot of times in that second half you guys had it down to one possession, 1 or 2 points. Kind of what led to not being able to finally get over that and get through that and take that lead in that second half?
Yeah, we're right in it, and multiple times we kept cutting the lead, but you got to give them credit. They were able to make big time shots, but just like I said, the execution on defense, that we just had some miscues that we can't have, and like I said, they made some tough ones, but just got to give them credit.
Questions? Jack?
Jack Ebling, Drive with Jack, and Press Pass, Malik and Trey. I saw you beat the Big Ten champion on their court. Can you make the case to the selection committee why Indiana should get a bid to the NCAA tournament?
Malik, we'll start with you.
Well, I think we should be in the tournament because we got some big solid wins, not only against Michigan State, but we got Purdue at home, and then we swept OSU too. So I think we had some solid wins, and we also had some not bad losses, but we had some good losses where it came down to the wire, and we couldn't get over that hump. But I feel like they give us a chance. We'll try to make a run in the tournament and give it all every time we step on the court.
Trey?
Yeah, we know that we should be a tournament team, and there's a lot of opportunity for that. And I think just those crucial losses that we had that were just so tight, one possession games. So, but the way we've been playing the last month and a half, we've been playing like a tournament team, and I just think us just coming together and finding ways to get better. We haven't played our best basketball until now, so I think it's been good.
I think we're playing some of our best basketball tonight or this afternoon wasn't an indication of how we've been playing. We've been very competitive, even in the games that we've lost. When I go back to the Maryland game at home, the UCLA game, the Michigan game at home, they're all competitive. one or two possession games. Beating Purdue, had a shot to beat Purdue at their spot. So we've had a lot of close games that we just weren't able to make the play here or there. But these last 2 weeks, I think we've been playing some pretty damn good basketball. And again, I got to give Oregon a lot of credit because, again, they played well today.
Tom, then we'll go to Zach. Go ahead, Tom.
Tom Bruce, Sports Illustrated, Indiana. Mike, you'd give up 10 straight points in the loss to them just a week ago, and then they went on a 10-0 run to end the first half and then a 16-5 run to end the game. Like, is there one thing you can pinpoint as to why those sort of stretches and droughts happen to you guys?
Well, we've had them off and on in this 8 game stretch. We haven't had our defense has been the one that has carried us. But you got to give them credit. I thought right before the half, that was a big momentum builder for them. And then we regrouped. We came out after the half, and we were back in the ball game. And it's just the little things. We missed 2 front ends of a 1-and-1. A 2-possession game. Those are huge. And they come down and they make us pay for it on both possessions. So, I tip my hat to our guys because they have been competitive these last 2-3 weeks and has put us in position to even be talking about a tournament bid.
Zach?
Zach Ostro, Indianapolis Star. Mike, I guess to follow on that, whether it's talking about this game or you're talking about a lot of these close losses, how do you keep this team focused when they are kind of getting themselves to those moments and just not quite getting over the hump, whether it's the string of close losses you talked about, or it's a game like this where you get a lot of shots at the rim, you force a lot of turnovers, you just can't quite create enough off of those moments?
Well, they have been focused. We were dead in the water two and a half weeks ago, so they have been focused. When you go 5 out of your last 7 games, and the Big Ten is no joke. We ended up winning 10 out of the 20 games. We expected more this season, but we didn't get it done. But coming down this home stretch, this team hasn't quit, and they've been very, very competitive.
Right back here.
Zion Brown, IUSTV. Mike, when you're be done at the end of the season and you're not quite sure what the selection committee is going to decide on Sunday, just how does this weigh on you these next few days, not knowing what's next?
All I'm concerned about is the players. It's not really about me. It's been a good run since I've been here, and I'm just hoping that it's not over with yet. But I'll spend time with our players until the selection committee, makes a decision on what they're going to do. So I'll still be in Bloomington.
Questions, please. Right, Jack in front.
Jack Ebling, Drive with Jack, and Press Pass. Mike, shooting percentages today not up to standard, 36-2, 25, and 50. Any idea why, and did you like the looks you were getting?
No, I thought they had a lot to do with it, although we missed a lot of chippies around the rim with Barlow and Malik. I thought that was a big difference. When they're not leaving Goody and Mack and giving you the looks that sometimes we've been accustomed to getting with those 2 guys, you got to make plays around the rim. And again, a 2-possession game. We missed 2 front ends of a 1-and-1. That was huge. I thought that was, after getting back in it, that was a big difference in the game because they made us pay both possessions back down the court offensively where we couldn't get to stop.
Anything else for Coach? Yeah, right in the back. We'll take a couple more.
Todd Golden with Hoosiers on SI. Mike, how do you feel like this team was under a lot of pressure throughout the season, whether it's the pressure to win, the pressure to stop losing, however you want to put it, external pressures? How do you feel like this team handled it through the course of the season and as you may continue playing?
All basketball seasons are dealt with ups and downs. It's just a part of the sport. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and I've seen it go all kinds of ways. I've seen it go in your favor sometimes, like we've had this season, ups and downs. But when I look at how we've been competing the last 2.5, 3 weeks, I tip my hat to our guys because they could have thrown in the towel, and they didn't. And it hadn't been easy for them based on what we've gone through as a team. But I'm still pushing for the committee to see fit to put us in if they do. And if they do, we'll prepare and get ready for that.
We'll take 2 more. Dave?
Yes, Coach. Dave Reinhardt, WCBK Radio. When the Oregon players were out, they said one of the things they looked at your stats and saw Luke Goody, no doubt a very good shooter percentage-wise and all that. And they definitely wanted to shut him down, which they were very successful at doing. And also your comment on that of Luke's play of the day and Anthony, 8 rebounds out there for your senior guard.
No, I thought Anthony could, he's been competing extremely well. Goody just didn't, he didn't get very many looks tonight. And I wouldn't leave him either, the way they defended tonight and forced us to make plays inside, which I thought, we got the ball inside and had opportunities, but we just came up short. I didn't think Ballo and Malik played particularly well. I mean, they carried some of the load, but I just thought some of the chippy shots that they missed around the rim were for huge in a low-scoring game like this.
And right here.
Coach. Josh Pose, thehoosier.com. Do you feel like you need to campaign for your team the next couple days to the committee?
I'm going to always campaign for my team. That's how much I love my team. Like I said earlier, we're playing some of our best basketball, and I don't think that there's a team in the country we can't beat if we come ready to play and compete for 40 minutes. We've had a lot of dry spots this season, but here of late we've been playing some pretty good basketball. I don't think today's game is an indication of how we've been playing the last 2.5, 3 weeks.
Yeah, got to give credit to them. There's a reason why 2 of their players were on the All-Big Ten defensive team. So, they just made it tough for us, made our looks tough, and we couldn't finish a lot around the rim. And, I got to hit shots. Guys got to hit shots.
It just felt like every time you guys got close, they answered counter-punch. Did you feel that? I felt like the crowd was just waiting, kind of?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, it's just a testament to them. They're a good team. They got good players. They hit big shots. Some guys that we scouted that aren't, necessarily great shooters hit big shots. I think they hit 4 threes out of guys that shot under 30%. So when we go into a scout and those guys and personnel, those are shots that you live with. And, credit to those guys. They were in the gym and they made those shots.
Yeah, the season at large, do you feel like you guys did enough to get into the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have a single quad 2 through 4 loss, so I don't even know in the last time in history that a team that didn't have a quad 2 through 4 loss didn't make the tournament. So, we've proven that we can go to Michigan State and beat them. We beat good teams this year. We've been in a lot of close games. I know that doesn't reflect it in the net, but in terms of do we deserve to be there, 100%, yeah.
What's your kind of take on the team kind of coming together? I know today didn't go how you wanted it to, but what would you say are the kind of the underpinnings of why this team played well down the stretch?
Yeah, I think, it's kind of like I said last week. We just came together and have a common goal now. We have an opportunity potentially to play in the tournament, and, we all want to go far in that. So I think we've won 5 out of the last 7 games, and after losing, 4 or 5 in a row. So, we're coming together at the right time. I know today was tough and doesn't reflect how the past, 3 or 4 weeks have been, but I still got confidence in this team and in the coaching staff. And, if we do get the opportunity to play in the tournament, I got full confidence that we'll be ready to go.
What would you say? Jesus, God, my faith, and my family. That's it's what everything's been built on for me. So just staying humble and remaining faithful to God, and knowing that, my family and my loved ones are always going to be here supporting me no matter what anyone says.
Anthony, just not the result you wanted today, but coming into today, winning 5 of 7, just how is this team playing right now, and do you believe that you've done enough to make the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, I believe that we're one of the best teams in the country. You know, definitely top 64 teams. So I know that we belong in the tournament. I believe that we're playing well at the right time, and I know that with our talent and everything that we've got, we're in position to make a run when we hear our name called on Sunday.
Anthony, you guys have been playing well lately, especially in the second half, able to make some runs. Today you couldn't really get that run going. What was Oregon doing to prevent you guys from getting going?
I mean, we made a few pretty good runs. You know, anytime they started to get separation, we always made a run to get right back into it. So they made a couple big plays, big shots by some guys to stop our runs. But I mean, we made some runs ourselves, and they made runs, and that's basketball. So.
You've been outspoken in kind of support of Mike Woodson, even on senior day with your video. You said kind of you were sorry that what he went through this year. What do you think? How do you think fans should judge his tenure here, and what was frustrating to you about kind of how this year was looked at by fans?
I'm not going to tell people how to judge him. I know for myself, he's done everything for me, and I've seen the sacrifices that he's made for everyone that has ever been around him and everyone that he's known. So I know I hold him to a high standard, and I can't really control what other people are going to think, but I know that, you know, Coach Woodson is loved by those who really know him, and I think that speaks volumes.
Do you think this wore on him this last, I mean, even after kind of announcing he was stepping down, it was tough on him, or did he kind of shield you guys from that? What was his kind of, I don't know, emotions like the last couple of weeks?
I mean, it's business is business, and we know that when he made that announcement, we still have games to try to win, and I feel like we've shown that we've been able to rally behind him, and you know, we have lost some games, but we've also gained some momentum and we've started trending in the right direction. So I think that's what speaks the most to me.
And I mean, knowing you guys did finish stronger, I mean, after the Illinois game, you said guys got to look in the mirror. I mean, did you feel like you guys all did that and kind of met the moment like you would want to?
Sure. Obviously, we wanted to win every game, but we weren't able to, and we, you know, like I said, we've won some games coming down the stretch here, so I believe we're putting ourselves in position to, you know, get back to work, and when we hear our name called on Sunday, we'll be able to try to make a run.
Thanks, Anthony.
Your popularity, Anthony, has not waned at all, no matter what was going on, but how hard has it been on you to be a local kid and things just not go the way you'd like for them to have gone?
You know, I don't know. I've always been big on the fact that, you know, my faith is the most important thing, and I know that God loves me whether or not I make a shot or miss a shot, or whether I'm going to win a game or lose a game. So obviously we set expectations and we try to win every game that we can, and I try to wear this jersey the best way that I can and try to make, you know, represent the school and my family and God and everyone, you know, in the right way, and try to make people proud. And if some people don't see that, then that's good for them. But, you know, I sleep well at night knowing that I'm doing everything I can to just try to be an Indiana Hoosier and represent this team well.
What has it meant to you to have that kind of support behind you during your career?
Yeah, it's been great. It's awesome just to hear from people and how much they support me. And it's been an unusual career, but I've really appreciated the people who have always been by my side and been supportive and embraced me.
When we got downhill, we made some shots. We had some shots that should have went in. They went in and out. Shots that we usually hit. I mean, they made it tough, but I felt like we were still getting our shots and the shots that we normally hit. So on the offensive end, I don't think it was really much of an issue. We just got to get those shots to drop.
Defensively, could you guys have done anything different on those guys?
We tried to take away Biddle and Shellstead as much as we could, but you know, Bamba and Angel kind of got off to a really good start. So you know, we was trying to figure out what we want to do from there. But I think overall, like just throughout the game, we made it hard for them. I mean, they hit some tough shots. They hit some key shots down the stretch. You know, they had a couple guys come off the bench and hit shots that, you know, we didn't really, you know, see them hitting. But I mean, that's how basketball goes sometimes.
How would you describe kind of the last bit of this season, winning 5 of 7 coming into this game, the way this team has come together, and even though not the result you wanted today, just how this team is playing right now?
Yeah, I felt like, you know, we've been more together than any part of the season. You know, so obviously winning helps. And I just think that through all the ups and downs, even from the beginning of the season, we stayed true to who we are and stayed together. And we felt really confident coming into this game, heading into this tournament. And like I said, on Sunday we'll see what happens, and we'll be even more confident heading into that.
Do you believe you guys have done enough to make the NCAA?
100%, yes, sir.
I know you weren't thinking about it consciously before the game, maybe, but what's it like going into a game knowing that it's kind of a do-or-die situation? What's kind of like the tournament is?
Well, I just figure every game is kind of like do or die. You know, nobody wants to lose. You know, you want to go out there and win. So just treating every game like it's your last, because you never know what could happen, and just trying to do whatever it takes to win. And I feel like we took the right steps, and we competed hard and kept fighting all the way to the end, and we took those steps. But like I said, they hit some timely shots, you know, some big shots that kind of put a dagger in us a little bit, but we kept fighting.
It is going to be a long wait for the Indiana Hoosiers till Selection Sunday. Did they do enough to get in? They certainly feel like they have. We'll see if they're in the field of 68, if they can make some noise in that play-in tournament in Dayton, make some noise in the big dance. That's what everybody's eyeing this time of year. In Mike Woodson's final go-around, can Indiana make the NCAA tournament? Hey, keep it locked right here on Channel 13 and WTHR Plus for all your Big Ten tournament men's basketball coverage. We'll see about IU, but the madness of March is here, and I think we're all happy about that. Here at Gainbridge Fieldhouse, I'm Dominic Miranda, 13 Sports.